EMFACS is a way of selectively applying fax coding to optimize your chances of only identifying emotional behavior. That's the best way to define it. Meaning, fax, because it's comprehensive and it doesn't make any decisions about what's important to code and what's not important to code. It follows the tradition from ethology of just observing behavior. So fax codes everything, and that can take a really long time. It can take 1 minute of behavior could take 100 minutes to code is one estimate we make. If you know you're only interested in emotion, there are some rules you can follow for how to do your fax coding to filter out things that don't seem to have emotion elements to them. EMFACS is simply a set of instructions for selectively fax coding only certain events. So if you have a chunk of video, with fax, you code everything you see, and that can take a really long time. With EMFACS, you are scanning the video for certain core combinations that previous research and theory indicate might reveal emotion expressions. So core combinations of AUs. You look for those events that have those AUs, and then you code those using fax. However, the EMFACS instructions tell you to just do 3 real-time passes, only use slow motion once to identify where it is, and then go on. If you follow that method, you can cut the timing down by a factor of 10. However, I don't like EMFACS very much because I've made myself very clear, because I don't think you should do it unless you're really experienced with fax, because it's very difficult to get agreement between coders. And David, I love it that you're doing this because I appreciate the support on this. Everybody wants to use that because it's faster and it says emotion. But if you think about what you need in any kind of behavioral research, you have to get agreement between 2 coders. You have to show that your coders are coding consistently. And even if you only have 1 coder, you need to get someone from the outside to come in for some reliability or agreement assessment, because people's abilities to code drift. You want to make sure they're coding consistently and hopefully accurately, which is a different issue, actually. So anyway, I have found in my own work, it's very difficult to get good agreement with EMFACS. And the reason why is the task is very complex. The coder has to, in real time, be coding to try to isolate the events on the video that have these core combinations on this long list that you also have to look at. And then you have to code very quickly, which increases the chance of error. So I want to just make this point publicly for the record that you shouldn't do that unless you're very experienced with fax. And I encourage people to do a modified version where you do the scanning, and then when you fax code, just fax code. Don't try to do it in real time. Just take the time you need to fax code. That will still make it quicker than full fax. And I mean, when I was a grad student working with Paul Ekman, and I'd already been coding for 2 years, another coder in the lab and I tried to code a whole project with EMFACS, and we could not get reliability. So we had to abandon that and then go back and do fax coding. So not only in that case did EMFACS not save us time, it cost us time. So take all the EMFACS stuff with a grain of salt.